So I pretty frequently will recap what I've done on this channel because it's relevant, because each video kind of stems directly from one of the previous ones. And so, to recap, I am depressed. I don't want to do anything. And so I did nothing. And I made a video about doing nothing. I hope that's the right corner, one of these corners, because I'm depressed and I didn't want to do anything. I chose to do nothing, and by doing nothing, I thought of something that I did want to do. And so then I went and did that thing. But what I completely glossed over was the fact that before figuring out that thing, I had already found something I wanted to do, which was to talk to you. And so generally, when interacting with another person, you will start with a greeting. So hello. But throughout most of 2020, I just straight up did not have the energy to say hello to my new coworkers. So, as a replacement, I would just give them a simple nod, which I thought would be sufficient because I'm acknowledging their existence. I'm not completely ignoring them and just carrying on with my work. I'm nodding. I'm acknowledging their existence. But now, after having done this for many, many months, there's of course all the old coworkers, which I was already talking to, but then you have this batch of new coworkers that I have never said hello to, and all I do is nod when I walk past them. And this may be just my perception, maybe this is not true at all, but I get the vibe that they think that I don't like them. It seems to me that they have a sense of, well, why wouldn't he say hello to me? What's wrong with him? Does he not like me? He won't say hello. When that's not at all it. It's that I didn't like myself and I did not have the energy to be friendly to them because I couldn't be friendly to myself. And that may be something to do with the masks, because you can't tell if I'm like giving a friendly, smiling nod or like an angry or serious, like that type of nod. But so now, as 2021 is here, which is crazy to say, I am trying to say hello or hey or whatever to say good morning, although now I start work in the afternoon, so I've been trying out good afternoon as a greeting, and that just feels weird. To give some sort of verbal greeting as a replacement for the nodding, or at least to combine the both as like a transitional period, because I want to stop using just a nod and start like actually just saying hello. But it's surprisingly difficult because there's this precedent set that they think I'm the guy who doesn't say hello. And my subconscious basically sees them as like, oh, that's the person that you just nod to. And so then out of habit, I just nod to them. And then I immediately think, ah, dang it, I forgot to say hello. Or at least a hey, which I think is much easier. Like, hey, because I can easily combine those two. And so I've begun trying to say hey or hello to these new people and to start talking with them and start getting to know them and be friendly with them. And some of them will respond and be friendly back, which is pretty cool. Some of them will just nod in response, which to me kind of confirms my suspicions that they now think that I didn't like them, and they're like, hey, okay, why is he saying hello now when he wouldn't before? What does he want? What's going on here? And they're like skeptical of me, which is the complete opposite of what I was trying to do. I was trying to be friendly and like acknowledge their existence instead of just ignoring them. But I guess that backfired and was insufficient relative to the norm being everyone just saying hello to each other. And then there's some people that straight up ignore me, which blows my mind because that is so incredibly rude. I would never ignore someone unless I was like had valid reason to be upset with them. But like, come on, really? I'm trying to be friendly to these people now. I am now saying hello and they straight up ignore me. And this is not just once, this is multiple times. They don't even look at me. They just walk right past. So that was really unfortunate, and hopefully most of these people will just be seasonal people and they'll be leaving anyway, so I won't have to deal with that. But still, it's just like not a good position to be in, to have a bunch of people that you aren't able to interact with. Especially being that I'm in charge of a couple departments. I'm not really in a leadership position at the moment, but maybe that'll be possible in the future, and so obviously I'm going to need to be friendly with everyone, and I want to be anyway. And it just really sucks that I may have accidentally ruined what could have been friendships simply by just not having the energy to interact with them. On a separate train of thought, which is still related to this though, is howdy. I am from the Midwest. I am not from the South. I spent a week in the South and that's it. No one up here says howdy. No one. But me, apparently, and I don't know why. I've heard that down in the South, down in Texas, that howdy is a valid replacement for hey, how's it going? And that people will actually respond to howdy, a single word, as if it is hey, how's it going? So an example of conversation could be howdy. Good, and you? Which is fascinating because I've just never heard it used in that way. But for whatever reason, I say howdy as a greeting all the time, and I don't know why. I don't know why I started or when I started, but this has been going on for at least more than a year and a half. And I'm trying to not do that anymore because being like pretty much the only person that uses that around here, I'm pretty sure they all see me as, oh, he's the weird guy that says howdy. Why does he say howdy? He's not from the South. He doesn't have a Southern accent. Why is he saying howdy? And so I've been replacing it with a simple hey or ahoy, which when talking with my friends, my coworkers that I'm already friendly with, it's super easy for me to say ahoy because there's already that precedent set of me being silly with them. But when I try to use that as a greeting to these other coworkers that I'm not already been greeting in any form besides the nod, I don't know how to describe it, but there's like this resistance mentally to where like, oh, it's hard to say ahoy to them. I feel like I'm basically just describing social anxiety. Is that what this is? Do I have that? Probably a little bit at least. But when I'm in the right mood mentally, where I don't care about their response or their perception of me, then I'm able to say it just fine, and then they actually seem to respond better because I'm being more friendly to them, and so then they're going to respond more friendly, which is fascinating. Another thing I've found to make it far easier to speak to these people that I'm not used to speaking to is skipping the greeting altogether and just jumping right into a conversation, saying a statement or asking a question, or especially when it's something work related where it's like I just actually have to talk to you, I need to transmit this information to you, then it's super easy. I don't think about any of that other stuff at all. I don't think about the fact that I've never said hello to them. I just talk to them. I just say what needs to be said and be like, hey, just so you know, this thing and that and whatever. And so at that point it's like, why do greetings exist at all? Honestly, the way I view it is it's kind of a small casual gesture of saying, hey, I have positive feelings towards you. May we engage in a conversation? It's like stretching out a hand. Would you like to engage in conversation? Why would you do that when you can just say something? Just start the conversation, just like go right into it, which seems to go so much better. And so, of the many greetings in English, the only one I think is really worth saying is maybe like, hey, just because it's super easy and you can just like spew it out very quickly and automatically and then just jump right into whatever it is that you want to say or ask them. Such as, how's it going? How are you doing? What's new? How's the family? How's the hemorrhoids doing? Etc., etc. So all of that being said, I do, however, think that farewells are worth saying. Especially as someone from the Midwest, we're famous for our long goodbyes. I'm gonna butcher this, but there was some sort of meme or quote going around a while ago about a Midwestern goodbye being 45 more minutes of conversation with your hand on the doorknob the whole time after you've already said goodbyes and given hugs and kisses. That is 100% true. We are terrible at goodbyes, and so I am terrible at ending videos. And so I'm working on that. I'm trying to structure some sort of outro, even though I have yet to design some sort of intro or figure out what phrase I want to use as an intro to be my signature YouTuber intro. So I'll give it an attempt. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Comment down below to let me know what you think about this. Maybe say hello. Share this video with anyone else you think might find this fascinating, and take care.